Good morning, I'm Nate Puderville, your sports update. The only undefeated team in college basketball remains from the state of Ohio. Last night, number 22 Miami of Ohio moved to 27-0, knocking off Bowling Green 91-77. Men's college basketball action today is highlighted by two top 5 matchups. Number 1 Michigan takes on number 3 Duke this evening, while number 4 Arizona visits second-ranked Houston at 3. The Ohio State men's team returns to action tomorrow, visiting number 15 Sparty, while the 10th-ranked women's Buckeyes team takes on USC out at the Shot. In baseball, spring training begins this afternoon for both the Reds and the Guardians, and they kick it off by facing each other. We'll have fan coverage starting at 2:50. The gold medal showdown is set at the Olympics in men's hockey. The United States and Canada's game is set for 8:10 Eastern tomorrow morning. And in the NBA, the Cavs won their 7th straight, knocking off the Hornets 118-113. Breaking sports news, what happens to the fan? Ohio Sports Destination.
The Fan is live and local with Fan Sports Saturday. The Fan Sports Day of the Week. Oh, this is some clever branding. Here's your host, Place Name Here.
Place name here. That name is Tito. That name is Dylan. That name is Nate. Good morning, folks. Dylan, how are you today, buddy?
I am fantastic. It's been a while since I've been here in these 97.1 The Fan studios, so I'm very happy to be back with you. We've got plenty to talk about. Just an amazing college basketball slate today. Of course, the Olympics. Cannot wait for the gold medal game early tomorrow morning. It's a perfect sports weekend.
Nate, Dylan's already anchored me.
Why is that?
He is so smooth.
He is.
You hear that voice? I mean, like I think about it, like I hear his voice when he talks about that, and he did that whole thing right there, totally unscripted, and he sounds so much better than me.
Well done.
I know. I love hate him. I have the same relationship with him as I have with who we're gonna have later on 10 TV's Jacob Reimer. We're like, it's young, talented, better than me, and they make me look bad. That's my problem, Nate.
Luckily, I'm here not to do that.
Thank you, Nate. Thank you for being mediocre. I appreciate you. Big show lineup for you today. Reimer, as I mentioned, I call him 10 TV Jacob Reimer, even though he did like one thing. But look, when I started here at the Fan years ago, Dylan, producers included Matty Ice and Brandon Beam. And I called Brandon Beam the American Dream because I knew he'd be something big. I called Matty Ice a super duper star, because I knew he would do great things also, and both those guys went on to great things. And I believe that Jacob Reimer is in that realm.
Oh, he grinds. He grinds like nobody else. That guy's posting about college basketball in the throes of football season. It's nonstop. You have to credit a guy like that that's nonstop on the grind. I'm with you. I think Reimer, he could carve out a very nice little niche for himself in the college basketball world.
And notably, I have no nickname.
Nate, okay, maybe that's our goal. Hop in the chat. We're on YouTube. If you have a nickname for Nate, we would love to hear it. I'm right now logging into the YouTube chat because I normally do this, and I love participating with the people that are watching the show. And we will find a nickname for Nate before it's all said and done. Big show lineup for you today. Reimer 9:30. Tyler Danburg 10:15. Highness. Look, if you don't know who Highness is, you're about to find out. He's a betting expert out in Arizona. He will join us at 10:45 a.m. John Gerber joins us at 11:30 a.m. He is our golf betting expert that we use, knows his stuff. And I'm also trying to, I don't know if he knows or not, Dylan, but I'm trying to get him to attempt to qualify for the U.S. Senior Open at Scioto Country Club coming up in July.
Oh, I hope he does that because I cannot wait to be out there. That's going to be one heck of a tournament. You don't get to often walk Scioto, right? Because we don't have pro tournaments there.
Right.
The grounds are a little bit small for that, so I've heard. So I'm very excited that we're going to have the U.S. Senior Open there. It's going to be a great thing to go and watch this summer.
And somebody turned 50 recently.
Tiger Woods?
Tiger Woods, who is also now, if he wants to. Look, we know that he likes to honor Nicklaus. He loves Nicklaus.
Mm-hmm.
It's where Nicklaus grew up playing.
I feel like it's been rumored for a while, right? That we could see Tiger Woods there. We could.
Yes.
That would be something.
That'd be something.
It would certainly change the weekend, right? I just talked about how nice it was going to be to walk that
July
golf
4th
course.
weekend.
If Tiger's there, it's not going to be so nice to walk that golf course.
UA is huge in 4th of July. 250th anniversary of the country. Like UA does the 4th of July right. Like it's a huge deal. And you've got the 250 for the country, us, U.S., and then also Tiger maybe playing there. It could be incredible. A big deal out there. So we'll see what happens there. Yes, so please hop in the chat. Let us know some nicknames for Nate if you can. USA, by the way. Hockey team gets the win yesterday, and now they've got Canada tomorrow morning at 8:10. Canada fell behind 2. Do we say 2-0 or 2-0? What do we say there, Nate? 2-0, 2-0?
2-0.
Okay, 2-0. Canada fell behind. Came back and won. USA, no doubt about their win yesterday against Slovakia. They won that one 6-2. Was that the final score? Am I right on that one? I think it was. Anyway, that's tomorrow for that. And nothing will ever compare to 1980. Nothing will ever be able to compare to that in any sport, in my opinion. That was the greatest sports event, just based on everything going on in the country at the time, with Russia, the Cold War, with the whole gas thing going on, the energy crisis going on in the United States way back when. I know you're too young to talk about it. A lot of the people are listening, but
they've seen Miracle. You see all that stuff in the movie.
I know. We had a Ruzioni on Morning Juice.
Very
recently.
cool.
That was pretty cool to talk to him about. But you can't replicate what happened back then in 1980. This would still be a pretty damn cool win to beat Canada and win the gold.
Oh, it would be the U.S.'s first gold medal since then.
Yes.
I mean, this is a huge, huge game. And finally, these teams went to the gold medal game, and Sidney Crosby scored the golden goal to win it back in 2010. Mm-hmm. These teams, of course, faced off in the Four Nations face-off last year. Mm-hmm. Connor McDavid, the best player in the world, scored the overtime winner in that game. And now they're going to go at it again. This is probably the Americans' best shot. Like, these teams match up very, very well. There are a lot of good players on both sides. The U.S. has some advantages. Canada has some advantages. I'm very excited to wake up early tomorrow and see how this thing shakes out.
Okay, here's where I'm at, though. My kid's got a basketball tournament. Starts tonight, actually. He plays at like 5:30 tonight, and then like 6:50 back-to-back games. Last game of the night, whatever, West Coast games, I don't care. If they go 0-2, which is possible, if they go 0-2, he plays tomorrow morning in Pickerington at 9 o'clock in the morning, which means I'd miss the game because I'd be out there assistant coaching.
That's what apps are for.
No, I'll have it. I got it. I'll have it on, but still,
He just said he's not going to be in the stands. He's got to assistant coach. It's
I'm
different.
Assistant coach. It looks bad if I'm looking at my phone all the time.
Yeah, that's disrespectful. You owe it to the kids.
I lost one AirPod.
That's when you have the iPad out and you just have it like in the corner.
I know. I lost one AirPod like 6 months ago. I haven't. So I don't have, and I can't find the other one. So I guess I lost two technically. So I can't have like an AirPod in listening to it. So my kid today has to go 1-1, so he plays later in the day, so I can watch that game. Because if not, like I say, 9 o'clock tip off in Pickerington. After getting done at like 8 o'clock, I'm thinking tonight in Pickerington, he may have a quick turnaround. Load management, talk about that. Anyway, so I need my kid to win one game. They play Stowe. Stowe's up by Cleveland, right?
Yes.
Okay, they play Stowe in the first game, then they play Big Walnut in the second one. I need him to go 1-1 is what I need. I need a 1-1 performance today as assistant coach tonight so I can watch this U.S.-Canada game.
Well, this is where tough parenting comes into everything, right? You can say, hey, win a game or you're walking home.
That's a good way to look at it.
That's it. It's simple as that. You need to light a fire under his butt here. Come on.
I know. That's a good way to look at it.
You've got history tomorrow morning. You've got to witness this.
I agree.
Win one game today. Will your team do a win? Let's go.
That's all I got to do. Cavs beat the Hornets 118-113 last night. You heard about that in the update from Nate. OSU men play Sparty tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Another one. There we go. Two things I got to worry about tomorrow now. We get the preliminary top 16 seeds at 12:30 today. We will talk to Jacob Reimer about that. OSU women host USC at 2 o'clock tomorrow. OSU women have lost 2 in a row, which is a big deal for them. Have not lost 3 in a row since back in, I think it was 2023 was the last time they lost 3 Big Ten games in a row in the regular season. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. But a big day in college basketball. There's a lot of good games today. You and I were talking about it off the air a little bit there, but we obviously have and look, this is no disrespect meant to Nate. What are you? Because you said the same thing Nate said. You guys both said a couple of top 5. No, it's a couple of top 4 matchups. You both said a couple of top 5, and that's fair because there are 2 top 5 matchups. But it really is 2 top 4 matchups when you've got Michigan taking on Duke and Houston taking on Arizona. I'm always the extremist. I like to go the other way with it. We're like, oh, yeah, it's top 4. It's not top 5. But you're right. They are both top 5. So, anyway, there's a great day in college basketball today. There are so many good games today. And I love the fact that Michigan's playing Duke this late in the season. I know Ohio State played Virginia. I heard people talking about it. The fact that, it's an interesting thing when you have this kind of a mid-season during the conference kind of matchup between great teams. I like the fact they do this. You can't do it in football because the conference and the way the grind is and all that, you can't do it. But I see that I like the fact, though, that Ohio State played Virginia last. I know Ohio State, a win would have been great, but they lost to Virginia in Nashville. And I like the fact that Michigan's playing Duke today. I think that's good for college basketball, right?
Yeah, it's fun. It's like if the SEC, that week they have late in the season, what is it, week 9 for the SEC typically, or is it week 10 where they play some garbage opponent? It's like you scheduled, like Alabama scheduled Notre Dame or something like that for that week, right?
Yep.
My only complaint is, why is this in D.C.? It's kind of like, why was OSU Virginia in Nashville? Let's have these on the home courts, man. That'd be so much more fun.
I can get down with that. I think that's a good thought.
The home and home thing, like do it that way?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that too. But if my choices are this or not, I'll take this. You know what I mean? Like, I know they're playing in D.C., and so it's not ideal. But the fact they are playing the game at all I'm okay with that. Like Ohio State, Virginia, yes, home and home be great, but they played a one-off in Nashville on Valentine's Day. I'm okay with it. Versus the alternative of not playing the game at all. You know what I mean? Like, the home and home might be difficult, but anyway. All right, we're off and running here on a Saturday. Coming up next, on behalf of college basketball fans, I do not accept his apology. That's next. Fan Sports Saturday on the Fan.
The only workplace in America to participate in the Doorknob Fart Game. And we also play office basketball and sometimes do radio. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
We're hiring at Don's Garage Doors. No experience, no problem. We provide full training, a brand new van, top-of-the-line tools, a gas card, and steady jobs with weekly pay. This isn't just a job. It's a career with real growth, great pay, and job security. Our team members go from training to 6 figures, and we're ready to help you do the same. Don't wait. Apply now at donsgaragedoors.com.
I'm Yolanda Harris. I'm a journalist at 10 TV News. I grew up here, and after 25 years of telling this community's stories, this place still means so much to me. When I'm not in the newsroom, I'm usually out supporting the same people and causes I care deeply about. I don't just report about our community, I belong to it. What happens here affects us all, and that's why we care so deeply about getting it right. And when local journalism is done right, it doesn't sit still. It moves. It moves you to act, to verify, to volunteer, to speak up or lend a hand. It moves your mind by challenging assumptions and offering new perspectives. It moves you forward by giving you the information to make decisions and thrive where you live. And yes, it moves your heart through the kind of human storytelling that stays with you wherever you are. And at 10 TV, we're here for all of it. These are the stories that move Central Ohio.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Hey, Jerry, remember when we launched our $93 drain clearing offer and you invented the phrase 93 or free?
You know, I've actually written quite a few catchphrases in my career.
Oh, yeah. Aren't you the guy who wrote Bob's Your Uncle?
Yep, for my friend Steve, who has an Uncle Bob. I was as surprised as anyone when it caught on with the general public.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Well, we need 93 or free to catch on. Our experts will clear your clogged household drain for just $93. If we can't, it's free. And we guarantee it'll stay clear for at least a year, or we'll clear it again for free.
Get Eco, and Bob's your uncle, your drains are clear.
Get Eco.
ECO.
But, Jerry, my uncle's name is Michael.
Get Eco, and Michael's your uncle, your drains are clear.
Let's stick with 93 or free.
Yeah, good call.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
Looking to grow your money in 2026? Kemba Financial Credit Union has secure savings options to fit your lifestyle. From everyday savings to high-yield certificates and flexible money market accounts, your money works harder here. It's a better way to bank. Rooted locally and powered by real people across Central Ohio who are committed to making a lasting difference, empowering you to meet and exceed your financial goals. Check today's rates at kemba.org/rates. Federally insured by NCUA.
I need a small order of sheet metal to repair something in the shop. It's not much, but can you help me out?
At Metal Supermarkets, no order is too small.
Wait, really?
Yep.
What about small home projects?
Yep.
For a car I'm working on?
Yep.
Any kind of metal?
Yep.
Cut to size?
Yep.
With no minimum order?
Yep.
How about 1,000 cut pieces of aluminum flat bar?
Yep. Choose from over 8,000 types, shapes, and grades of metal in any quantity you need. And yes, we're serious. Any metal, any size, ready fast. Locally owned on Wilson Road.
If only there was a radio show that constantly talked about Ohio State athletics. Well, good news. It's real, baby. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Hey, Columbus, big news. For a limited time, get Uber One free for a full year so you can save on food and rides. That's a $96 value on us. Just use code Columbus. Get 1 year of $0 delivery fees, 10% off eligible food and grocery orders, and up to 6% Uber One credits on rides. Sign up for this limited time offer today using code Columbus and save big with Uber One. Offer valid through 3/31/26. Savings and $0 delivery fee on eligible orders and rides only. Fees and terms apply. See app for details.
What's up, everybody? This is Jeremy Birmingham Berm from the Austin and Berm Show here on 97.1 The Fan. I hit maintenance after dropping 35 pounds on Awaken 180, and I'm not going to pretend that I don't feel different, because this is the first time in a long time I've actually reached a goal that I set for my physical health instead of just talking about one, thanks to Awaken 180. I'm under 200 pounds for the first time in 25 years, and that's not a small thing. I didn't have to muscle my way there either. The Awaken 180 coaches walked me through it. Every adjustment, every tweak. They made it simple. Honestly, it was easier than I expected. This now feels like momentum. I'm in maintenance mode, and I'm not guessing. I can have pizza. I can have ice cream. All the things I used to love are back on my menu, but my metabolism is firing on all cylinders. The difference is my body doesn't crave it all the time. It was a mindset change and not a Band-Aid. That's the part that changes everything. If you've been circling the same goal for years, maybe you don't need more willpower. Maybe what you need is what I had, a plan, a coach, and a system that makes it easy. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We are tracking sunny to partly cloudy skies here for your Saturday with high temperatures up into the mid-40s. 45 degrees for the high with winds out of the west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. As we head into tomorrow, though, we are tracking some big changes as we get snow back into central Ohio. Looking at total accumulations of 1 to 2 inches here across the area. High temperatures in the 30s. And that's a look at your 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Aaron White here on 97.1 The Fan.
T-Bone and Tyvis are everything you want in a delicious breakfast. Lots of empty calories, no nutritional value.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 9.
The Fan. Just because it's the weekend doesn't mean we shut up. This is Fan Sports Saturday.
Fan Sports Saturday. You're T-Bone and Tyvis on that one. Look, I love both those guys. I really do. I love both of them. T-Bone's take on Ohio State basketball was not cool.
A lot of people had issues with that.
They did. But I will say this. Kudos to T-Bone for, one, having an opinion, and two, sticking to it. And, like, I've had conversations with T-Bone because I took him to I took a task on Morning Juice after it happened. I was like, I don't agree with this at all, but Bone owns it. And Bone still wants Ohio State. He wants to be wrong. Well, he admits that. He said, I want to be wrong on this. So I appreciate the fact that he's strong in his conviction, but also admits that, yes, I hope I'm wrong on this.
Yeah. I understand the sentiment. Like, I understand what he's getting at there.
So do I.
But the end result, like if Ohio State ends up missing the tournament this season,
right?
I don't think it's going to change the way that he wants it to change, right? Like, that's the end goal for him. Is he's saying people shouldn't want Ohio State to make it this year because realistically they're not going to do anything in the tournament, right? That's where this kind of stems from. And if they end up missing the tournament, then change is going to happen. there's going to be some recentering of the program, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what what he was saying.
Yeah. I don't fully believe that it's going to happen that quickly after just a couple of years here with Jake Diebler. But
he's back next year no matter what.
Yeah,
I believe.
I'm with you on that. So that's why let's start building something, right? Instead of tearing down, let's start to build something.
So I said about Bone. I love Bone. That's weird to say out loud. Don't cut that up, please. And because me saying I love Bone would be a great cut for people to put out there with other producers.
Nobody cut that.
Thank you. Nobody cut that. I also do love Tyvis, though. Tyvis is if you've ever met Tyvis and don't love him immediately, you have no heart and no soul, because Tyvis is the absolute best. And his laugh. These doors here we have what's called supposed to be soundproof doors. I know from working across the hall from this studio Monday through Friday, they might be soundproof. They're not Tyvis proof, because we are in there. Sometimes we have different breaks, and I will hear. I'll hear Tyvis's laugh through the door, no matter what. So Ohio State men's basketball on the bubble. Another team on the bubble is UCLA. Mick Cronin, in their loss to Michigan State, he ejected Stephen Jamerson II, his own player, from the game. There was a point where Michigan State's ahead big time late, and someone's going for a dunk. Jamerson fouls the guy going in for the dunk, and Cronin he said, look, that you shouldn't have done that. You hurt the guy. He ejected his own player. You saw him like walking him out and saying, you're done, go. Walked him down the court, down the sideline, and pointed out to the locker room, said, you're gone. So Cronin does that. And then he did apologize after that. He was asked about this before practice after that. He said, I've already apologized to Steve, okay? It's the only reason I sent him to the locker room. I thought he literally made a dirty play and tried to wipe the guy out. Once I saw the film, I mean, he still got an F1, a flagrant one, not the other F word. To be honest with you, I don't even know if he deserved that. Cronin said that Spartans coach Tom Izzo thought the same thing when I communicated with him. So he did apologize to Jamerson for doing that. Nonetheless, look, Dylan, I don't think you can. The video's the video. You saw it happen. Cronin kicking his own player out of the game like that, and then say, "Oh, sorry, shouldn't have done that." That doesn't change it. And I think that it's a bad look for Cronin.
Well, what about after the game? The scuffle with the media member. I feel like
you raise your voice at me.
I feel like he needs to issue an apology for that more so than tossing your own player out of the game. Hey, you're the coach. You can do whatever you want, but be better in the moment. Right. If you're Mick Cronin, like, this guy's had an emotionally charged season. He is on edge. He is an angry man right now. So I feel like it can go either way, right? Like, if you don't like what you're seeing from your player, you reserve the right to do with him what you please. You can put him on the bench. You can kick him out of the game. In that moment, maybe making a spectacle of it the way that it was, a bit much. I think in hindsight, you apologize to the guy between you, but also, I have no problem if he owns that and says, you know what, I didn't like
the press conference.
Yeah, like,
I thought he did something dirty. I don't want that.
Right.
Okay. Do either of you think that Izzo would have done the same thing if the roles reversed? Do either of you think that if UCLA is up 23 and a player from Michigan State does that, do you think Izzo responds the same way?
I think in all likelihood, no, which is why I started off saying be better in the moment.
Yeah.
But the Mick Cronin, like I said, the guy has just run hot all season long, right?
All career long.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think, Nate?
No, I don't think Izzo would do it, but I don't think I would disrespect a coach saying, I saw my player do something wrong and I punished him for it. I would have no issue with that whatsoever if that is what he said.
You could just bench him. You could just pull him out of the game and say, you know what? You're end of the game anyway. We're getting our butts kicked. You're down the rest of the game. Versus making the whole big deal about, oh, you know what? I'm walking you down the sideline.
The issue is more the spectacle than it is what he did.
Yeah, I would agree with that 100%. Just how hot he was running in that moment and what it looked like. But I'm kind of with you. Like I said, a coach reserves the right to do whatever he wants to a player, right? You are the coach. You are the authoritarian. You are the authoritative figure on the team, especially when it comes to these college players. You have to set the tone for your team and, create the culture around the program. He, of course, watched the film in hindsight and said, maybe I was wrong in doing this, but okay, learn from it, be better in the moment. Like, I can see both sides of this where I'm kind of in the camp where it's like, it happened. You might as well own it, right? Like, he didn't do something that I liked. That's what happened. That's what's going to happen if you don't do something. To go back on it, I don't know.
Do one or the other. Yeah, right. You lean into it or decide. Like, that's if you're going to do it, then lean into it.
And that's kind of the problem that I have with coaches across, I think mainly the college scape. You see it more so than the professional level, where these guys are hotheads and then they want to walk it back.
Yeah.
Just lean into it one way or the other, right? Like, right. I don't like playing both sides of it if you're Mick Cronin. If you're going to be the hothead all season and he didn't issue an apology to the reporter in the postgame, right?
He did, yes.
So if you're going to stop it and issue the apology to the player only, you might as well just lean into it. Because I feel like if you're going to do a press conference about it and say, hey, I apologize to this guy, is that really necessary at that point? No. Like you said, Nate, just explain what happened and why you kicked him out of the game.
So when I see something like this happen, I automatically, because I'm shallow, I look back on like Hoosiers, and I think about what Gene Hackman, what Norman Dale does in the situation says my team was on the floor. Happened last night in the VCU St. Louis game. St. Louis beat VCU 88-75. Virginia Commonwealth at the end of the game only had 4 players. That's all they had because of ejections. There was and it didn't matter, did not matter. But like down the stretch, like there's less than a minute left. And St. Louis is up big. And Quentin Jones tried to like run out the clock. VCU's Nick Lewis stole the ball, bumped out of bounds by a St. Louis player. And it led to players both teams had like staffers and players then go out on the floor to where it ended up where VCU had so many guys ejected. Only 4 players were left. And for the final 1.1 seconds, there were only 6 players for St. Louis available. 5 were on the court. VCU had 4. So it's end of the game. But still, nonetheless, I think about that. They're like, oh, that's funny. That happens that way. But that's what I think about, though, when I think about it. You're right, the Cronin thing. I wish he would have just leaned into it and said, you know what? I'm Bobby F. Knight. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. But didn't happen there. College basketball, by the way. I love talking college basketball, especially this time of year with football being over. Coming up next in 2 minutes, 10 TVs, Jacob Reimer. He is a sicko about college basketball. We will talk to him next about the status of college basketball and the big games today. We'll do that. That's next on Fan Sports Saturday.
The nightmare of the cleared drain. Those drain clearing specials from the other guys seem like a great deal until you realize the only thing really going down your drain is your money. At the Waterworks, we mean clean. Our service doesn't just clear your drains, it cleans them too. It's done right the first time, so that nightmare of a drain becomes a dream come true. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call 614-232-2222 to get started.
Matty Ice here. If you're looking for the perfect new vehicle, my friends at the McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion have just the thing for you. You can lease a brand new 26 Chevy Equinox LT for just $209 a month for 36 months with $4,819 due at signing, or if financing is more your style, grab it for just $379 a month. Terms and restrictions apply. McDaniel GM Superstore has been family owned for over 100 years. They're just off Route 23 on 95 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
It's Timmy Hall and Common Man for Hollywood Casino Columbus, and all month long, there's so much money to win.
You can win $1 million instantly, plus every week there's multiple ways to score big Penn Cash prizes.
And new members who sign up for the Penn Play app can win up to $2,026 in Penn Cash.
And you see the brunch items they still have at the Sportsbook restaurant? Biscoff stuffed French toast, Country Benedict.
Plus, on March 6th, we got Muay Thai and Championship Boxing tickets available on Ticketmaster.
Oh, Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
A friend is someone who knows where you came from. Someone who always shows up when you need them. Someone who's there for the good times and the challenging ones. With comprehensive insurance policies backed by award-winning customer service, Shelter Insurance is committed to being there when you need us most. To find your local agent, visit shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
There's nothing Bo Bishop can't do well, except find competent co-hosts.
Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. Instead of annoying national people talking to you this weekend, we've opted for annoying local people. This is Fan Sports Saturday.
Fan Sports Saturday. Head out to the Brian Heaton Cooling System Fan Guest Hotline. Jacob Reimer from 10 TV joins us now. Jacob, a couple of things. I know when I first reached out to you about coming on the show, you said I'll be in the car. Please tell me you'll be home by noon.
Oh, yeah. Well, we definitely plan to be home by noon, locked in on the couch, and not moving the rest of the day because this slate's unbelievable. It very easily, I know I mention every Saturday that this could be the slate of the year. Well, we've got a potential Final Four preview on our hands today. And so this very much is the slate of the day. The slate of the year.
Am I on speakerphone?
I have my AirPods in.
Oh, okay. I want to talk to your wife.
No.
Why can't I talk to your wife? I want to ask her a question. Can I talk to your wife for a second?
Is this allowed?
Yes. Let me talk to your wife.
Okay. Hang on.
Thank you.
You want to be talking.
There we go. Mrs. Reimer, how are you?
How are you?
Good, thank you. First of all, congratulations on the baby, and I know that I give Jacob a lot of grief about it, but congratulations to both of you. How do you stay married to him?
It's a sacrifice, but
I mean, like today specifically, like all the college basketball today, he is useless today, right?
Pretty much.
Okay. How do you deal with all the basketball talk? That's all I want to know.
I just kind of zone it out at this point. It's been 7 years.
Right.
So it just kind of goes in one ear and out the other.
Right. Thank you. Mrs. Meyer, I appreciate you. You're taking over. I just wanted to make sure. I want you to know, and I don't say this lightly, but all of us at the Fan, thoughts and prayers.
Okay, you're back on my AirPods.
Thank you. I'm glad. I want to be back on your AirPods, Jacob.
Because I'm driving. I'm trying to be safe.
That's fine. I know you are. And your dad's going to chime in the chat and tell me you don't text and drive, all that kind of stuff. I get it. Okay, it's fine. Anyway, Michigan Duke. When I watched Duke play recently, and I know you being a North Carolina fan, this is going to bother you, but I was so impressed with.
Bother me. North Carolina beat Duke.
That's fine. 9 times out of 10, Duke wins that game. But Duke's defense is what impresses me. Duke's defense was so damn good, I don't think it's talked about enough. Is that something you see as well?
Yeah, their defense is pretty stifling. I feel like it's been that way since John Shire stepped in. They're really great size. Like they're
losing Reimer
up to match a Michigan front court with Cam Boozer, Malik Brown, Pat Ngamba to go up against Adimara, Borg, and Morris Johnson. Like it's going to be an absolute war in the paint in this game for sure. So that's, to me, in this game, looking at it, it's going to come down to the guard play, and that's kind of my bit. I know I'm going to say like a concern with both of these teams and their ability to cut down the nets in March is I'm big on having quality guard play and having guys that can just step up and make a big-time shot. Just look at Walter Clayton Jr. last year for Florida. They went to him in every clutch moment, and he delivered. And so in this game, it's going to come down to the guards with Elliot Cadeau, who has been phenomenal against Michigan, and he's really taken a leap in Dusty May's system, which was really. They've got depth in the backcourt as well. They've got guys that can come off the bench and hit key shots. And then same thing for Duke. You got Caden Boozer on the other side, Caleb Foster, who's a pest defensively. So it's going to be very entertaining. I will go on and see this, though. Everyone wants to point out this as a potential national championship game. I think the potential national championship game is going to be the one before it, Houston and Arizona, because of the guard play. Because Kingston Flemings is unbelievable for Houston and one of the best freshman guards in this class. Jaden Bradley is experienced shot maker for Arizona, and they got Braden Burries has really skyrocketed as well. So I like to look at that other game as a potential national championship preview because I think both of those teams can get there with the guard play that they have.
Reimer, Dylan here. Good to chat with you, man. Thanks for joining us from the car. You just talked about guard play and how important that is down the stretch. You got to have a guy that you can rely on to make shots. Well, Darren Peterson is one of those guys for Kansas, the number 8 team in the country right now. But his situation is strange. What do you make of what's going on with Darren Peterson and his potential availability for Kansas down the stretch this season?
Well, I credit Bill Self for the job that he's done with all this, because it definitely hasn't been easy. And at the start of it, it sounded like he was backing him up and was just trying to get through it. And now the last 2 times he stepped in front of a microphone, it's almost sound like he's tired of it and was like, I thought we were past this, and now it's coming back up, and don't really know what to make of it. Thought he was good to go, and here we are again. So I think he's ready to get past it and figure out what to do. And it's tough because you can't really trust that Peterson is going to be fully available for a 6-game stretch if they go all the way in March. And because with Peterson, I think Kansas can 100% get to a Final Four, even win a national championship. And I feel like in the stretch that he's been somewhat available,